A king does not complain to his subjects about the weight of the crown. He carries the burden because the burden is his. It is the price of his authority, the foundation of their security. In the kingdom of your own life, you have forgotten this rule. You have been sold a modern lie. The lie is that your vulnerability is a superpower. You have been told to open up, to share your every fear, your every doubt, your every weakness. You believe this performance of emotional transparency is a sign of enlightened strength. But you have opened your wounds only to watch the respect others have for you bleed out onto the floor. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are simply following the wrong map. You are trying to navigate the brutal terrain of human biology with a compass given to you by a social narrative that ignores it. You have made your partner your therapist, your diary, and your mother. And you are confused when she no longer sees you as a man she desires. You are playing the game of attraction with rules designed to guarantee your failure. To understand this failure, you must understand the conflict between two opposing forces: the modern empathy narrative and the biological burden of performance. The modern empathy narrative tells you that a relationship is a space for total emotional equality, a place where all burdens are shared 50-50. It is a beautiful and comforting idea. It is also a dangerous fiction. It ignores the ancient evolutionary software still running in the human brain. That software is the biological burden of performance. For hundreds of thousands of years, a man's value was directly tied to his ability to solve problems, to endure hardship, and to be a source of stability in a chaotic world. This created the concept of the safe haven. In the primal landscape of attraction, your partner seeks a rock, a harbor, a place of safety and strength to anchor against the storms of life. When you become the storm, when you unload your unprocessed anxiety, fear, and weakness onto her, you are no longer the rock. You are the water, crashing and chaotic. You are asking her to take on the masculine role of the stabilizer, and in doing so, you force her out of the feminine role of admirer. You cannot be both the source of the storm and the shelter from it. Biology does not allow for this contradiction. This is the dark side of vulnerability. It is not that your feelings are invalid. It is that the uncontrolled dumping of those feelings onto your partner is a direct signal of incompetence. It erodes the very foundation upon which attraction is built. You must learn the critical difference between processing emotion and dumping emotion. Dumping emotion is making another person responsible for your internal chaos. It is a sign of weakness. You come home from the difficult day and immediately complain about your boss, your finances, your anxiety. You are not seeking a solution. You are seeking a comfort object. You are a child running to his mother. Processing emotion is an act of strength. It is the internal work a man does to manage his own state. He feels the anger, the fear, the frustration, but he does not immediately outsource it. He takes it to the gym. He takes it to his journal. He takes it into strategic silence where he can analyze the problem and formulate a plan. He is not suppressing the emotion. He is transmuting it from a chaotic liability into a focused asset. Only after he has processed it does he choose what, if anything, needs to be communicated. This is why complaining kills desire. A complaint is a verbal signal of powerlessness. It is a statement that you are the victim of your circumstances, not the master of them. When you complain to your partner, you are subconsciously asking her to solve your problem or to take on your emotional burden. This shifts the dynamic from one of polarity and attraction to one of a caregiver and a patient. The caregiver responds: pity, sympathy, nurturing. is the neurological opposite of the arousal response. You are actively conditioning her to see you as something to be managed, not something to be desired. Where then does a man take his burdens? The modern narrative has stripped away traditional male spaces, leaving you isolated. The answer is not to dump them on your partner. The answer is to find or build a circle of trusted men. A mentor who has already fought the battles you are facing. A small group of allies committed to mutual growth. With these men, you do not vent to complain, you report to strategize. You present the problem not as a source of pain, but as an enemy to be defeated. These men will not offer you a shoulder to cry on. They will offer you a sword and a map. To build this emotional self-mastery, you need to adopt a new set of protocols. The first is the journal first rule. Before you ever speak a word of your emotional distress to your partner, you must first speak it to the page. Write it all down in its rawest, most chaotic form. This act of writing is a form of processing. It forces you to structure your thoughts. It drains the initial reactive venom from the emotion. Often, you will find that by the time you are done writing, the problem seems smaller. You have already begun to solve it yourself. If you still need to communicate something to your partner, you can now do so from a place of clarity, not chaos. You can report the situation, not dump the emotion. The second practice is to actively build your circle of male Stoics. Seek out men who you admire for their composure and their competence. Build relationships with them that are based on more than just shared hobbies. Build a foundation of trust where you can discuss the real challenges you face. This is not a therapy group. It is a council of war. Your partner should be the queen you protect and celebrate with. Your circle of men is the company of soldiers you bleed with. Do not confuse their roles. A queen cannot be a soldier, and a soldier cannot be a queen. Let us dismantle the myth that this is toxic masculinity. That label is a weapon used to shame men into a state of weakness and compliance. This is not about suppressing your emotions. It is about mastering them. A man who cries is not weak. A man who is controlled by his crying is. A man who feels fear is not a coward. A man who lets his fear dictate his actions is. The goal is not to feel nothing. The goal is to feel everything, and then to choose a course of action that aligns with your highest purpose, regardless of the emotional turbulence. Consider the typical man. He has a major setback at work. He comes home and unloads his panic onto his girlfriend. He tells her he is afraid he will be fired. He complains that his boss is unfair. He is an open wound, bleeding his anxiety all over her. She comforts him, but the seed of doubt has been planted. She has just seen him in a moment of powerlessness. The image is stored in her primal brain. Now consider the man with a cold mind. He faces the same setback. He feels the same fear. He goes to the gym and works out until the adrenaline is gone. He sits with his journal and maps out 3 possible strategies to handle the situation. He calls a mentor and gets a 4th. He comes home, and when his partner asks about his day, he is calm. He says, "I faced a significant challenge at work today. It's a complex situation, but I've already developed a plan to address it." He has not lied. He has not suppressed. He has processed. He has demonstrated that he is the rock, not the water. He has proven that he is the master of his own reality. Which of these men do you believe she will desire more? You must learn to make this distinction in your own life. Your history, your struggles, your past victories, these are your scars. Scars are attractive. They tell a story of a battle fought and won. They are proof of your resilience. You should share your scars at the appropriate time. They are a part of your value. Your current, unprocessed emotional chaos. This is your open wound. An open wound is not attractive. It is a liability. It signals that you are currently losing a battle and that you need someone else to come and save you. Stop asking your partner to be your savior. Become your own. Take on the biological burden of your own emotions. Process them, transmute them, and use them as fuel for your mission. Let your partner enjoy the heat of the fire you build, but do not ask her to help you gather the wood. That is your work alone. Your scars are a map of your strength. Your open wounds are a confession of your weakness. So I will ask you this. When you speak, are you showing her your victories, or are you asking her to fight your battles for you?